the root of cruelty. What is the root of cruelty? I want to talk about this because this is what is in the field. And cruelty, it can take so many forms. And I woke up this night and what was given me was the root of cruelty and the invitation to talk about it. Cruelty is lack. It is not being in our source, not standing in our divinity. All of us are light. We have prosperity. We have all what we want. But we have lived in a paradigm for so many years, for centuries, about lack, suffering, pain, 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 pain. And we have created a hamster wheel of this cruelty. And when I fell asleep this night, I woke up in a prophetic dream. Prophetic dreams mean that it is a part of the truth. And my specialty isn't dream. So then I went into a meditation, explain this dream to me, because the soul is talking in another language than the literal. And the dream was, I was in a morgue, and it was like a hospital, but a lot of dead body corpses were lying there. And I was seeing a lot of this dead body that is no energy, no life force. So they were a lot of dead bodies on this big house. And when I was supposed to go out of it, I went into a room, and in almost every room it was two corpses, two dead bodies. So I went into a room, and there I saw two young men. I know them, and I will not use their name because that was symbolically, and I will speak to them. That's someone living in Norway. And they wasn't dead. They just pretend they were dead. Or they didn't pretend. It was like the life force was out of them. They lived with this cruelty, or it's not cruelty, it is lack. And I spoke to them, why are you here? Well, we cannot come out of it. But what was the most important was what happened, because then a man came in, and he was a very famous man, and I won't say the whole name. I can say Jeffrey and trafficking, child trafficking, and he was alive, and he was a symbol of cruelty. So this man came in. He had been out in the darkness doing his cruelty. And people thought that now cruelty was away. But he was a symbol of this cruelty. And he went up to his apartment in this morgue house and said, yeah, people, they can think whatever, but it is still alive. The cruelty is still alive. So he was kind of the symbol that all this darkness is still alive. Child trafficking, arms trafficking, a lot of this drug trafficking. And I connected all the dots for what I have done the last almost for a year. I have worked with this dark energy, this lack energy that is hurting us into the bone. It is so deep into our bone structure. That is why I have spoken a lot about DNA detox. We need to detox because it is so deep in our bone structure. And when I had a ceremony, a lot of women here in Lyngen, I had worked with the energy several months before they came. And the energy I went into, it was cruciating. It was so much pain. And yet I felt it deep in my coccyx. And I had never worked so deep in my coccyx. And it came to me, and I explained it to the lady, and someone reacted when I said, this energy of fuck. And someone recognized it because we have been men, we have been women, and we recognize the energy of fuck, because, and it is very masculine, the fuck. It is actually a symptom of lack. It is a symptom of poverty, because we are not connected to our source. And in desperation of not being connected to our force, what we do, we rape, we violate, we take advantage of other light souls, like children. We take their light. When we rape women or children, we take their light. So we are in lack ourselves. Like, see, I am a man, and I'm like Jeffrey. And I am not in my source, so I take a lot of kids. I have a big appetite for kids and women because I myself is not in this. So I rape, and then for a little while I feel energized because I have stolen the energy of that girl child or that woman. And this has been going on for so many years. And a lot of people, maybe you listening, think, oh, that's not relevant for me because I don't feel like that. But the women that was here in ceremony, they were very, all of them were standing in their strength, and it was very mature people. And several of them, they had not experienced abuse or something, but they carried their ancestor, their mother and father, their grandfather, and this is in our ancestor stuff. I think it is 10 years ago or more when I worked with some of my ancestors, and I went to ancestor 7 generations backwards in my family, in my mother's side, and he committed suicide, and I went into his life and I experiencing me committing suicide, going out of the cliff and died. And this was poverty, deep poverty. So what has been in my DNA, in my bone structure, is my ancestor generation. And 7 generations back, it was in the early 1800s. So we carry what we have created for centuries. So that is why this is so important. Cruelty, we have created cruelty because we have had a doctrine, we have had a priesthood, and we have had taught system that said you must believe in this. You don't have any power at all. You must obey to the priest. You must obey to the king. You must obey to the president, whatever. But it has kind of been all of us as we have been taught to believe that we have no power. We are in the lack, creating suffering. And we have done it so much. So the root of this is the karmic that we have created for so long. And this is what we see coming up. And we need it to come up because we are now moving into a total different paradigm. We live in 5-dimensional reality. And here in 5-dimensional reality, it is divinity. So we know that we are source. So the dream I had, it was a prophetic dream that is a reading of the field that we are living now. So all the cruelty we see, it is because it's coming up. We have played it out for so many years, and now it is the time to get it up. And the same message was to me to also do more ceremony. When I do ceremony, this is actually the deepest I do. It takes a lot out of me because when I had the ceremony, I worked in months in advance with the energy. So deep, and I clear all the energy with all the women that came. So yeah, it takes a lot of me, but even though it is easy because I see this as a very serious or light also, but because this is what we need to transform. So the process of when you do a ceremony, initiation, you said yes to live as your soul light. So I will invite all that feel the calling for a ceremony. I will have another ceremony in June, and then you will come here to Lingen and live in the house I am renting. And I will also do it in autumn. Even though this is the most time-consuming thing I do, it is also what really makes a big difference. All the women that I have spoken with, their life transformed radically. And it is not a coincidence, the one that come together. So this is deep work. And all the women said, the choreography you did, all the structure you did, wow, how could you do it? What I did, I was connecting to their soul level. So I always holded the space and went into what do we need? So it is me being a field holder. I read the field here and now, and also when women, and also if there are men that are ready, the room is there for them too. They know that, okay, now I am ready to my next step, divinity, because we are heading there if we want or not. But it is ourselves that decide how fast do we want to go into it, or do we want to go in our own speed. So someone wants to go fast and someone wants to go slower. But to do a ceremony, an initiation, it has been shown me that this is the most significant we do, because we actually say to our own source, now I align with my source. I did it 11/11/2017, and it is not a religious ceremony. And you can do it as a religious if you want, but if you believe in whatever you believe in, it doesn't matter, because this is a sacred space for all. So if you are a Christian, if you are a Buddhist, if you are a Hinduist, if you are an atheist, nothing of that matter, because what's matter is that you find your own strength, that you live from your source. You are source. Like my logo and my label, God within. You are God within. And it can be kind of, I cannot be God within, when you feel all this cruelty, because you feel cruelty, and cruelty is lack. It is what we also call evil, but evil is that we are not in connection with our source within. So the light within. When you are in connection with your light within, you just want to give and serve and sing and dance and be happy. Here where I am, this is a space where it is very easy. Like in this night, I was out kind of seeing the stars at the Aurora Borealis. It was so high activity, solar flare, and it is activation. So I had so much activation this night, and it's kind of, okay, the field now and Mother Earth is ascending. We are ascending. All is ascending. So we are in a radical shift, and that's why cruelty that has been here for so many years, it needs to come up. So it is, if we see ourselves in a tunnel and it feels kind of dark because we have felt lack, we don't have enough, we struggle, pain, and we see the light in the end of the tunnel. Saying yes to your soul and doing ceremony, this really is kind of a kickstart. It's like then I cannot explain it with words, because it is not words, it is an inner state of being. When I did the ceremony 11/11/2017, I had no idea. I just followed the guidance, just as I do now. I was kind of guided to make this video, how we create cruelty, what cruelty is. It is lack, because all of us are prosperous, we live in abundance. But for someone it is hard to shift. Like the two young men that were shown in this dream, they live in much lack. It is because they are programmed. I was programmed with lack. I was programmed with cruelty. I have never been cruel. So if we listen to the word cruel, it's like, what is cruelty? But cruelty can also be kind of, we are so much in the ego, we are kind of survive. And in this surviving, we become cruel, because if I don't have any money, I don't have a home, anything, then I start to steal, because it is surviving. So what we call cruelty, it is because we are forced so deep into the darkness that in desperation we steal, we do things that we don't want to do, but we live in this lack consciousness, lack state of being, and this lack state of being is cruelty. So then we need to value ourselves, to take back our divinity. We have a divinity door. When we close our heart, that's when cruelty happens. The more we open the heart door, the more we open our source. So we are now, also if you see a lotus, it's kind of, we are opening up. So it is also like the butterfly from the cocoon into a butterfly. So we are in this transition from one way of living, Homo sapiens, to become Homo luminous. I speak a lot about that. And also when I said yes to become a field reader, I had no idea what would show up, but I act on it. So I'm truthful to what life is showing me. And I know that even though dreams is not my strength, I went into it, okay, I know this is important, tell me what all this symbolic, because it was also a lot of symbolic also. And being on a morgue, I have never dreamt about this before, it's kind of, ooh. But it is life force is sucked out of us. Like Jeffrey and all this child trafficking, we can see them as vampires because they are the real vampire in life. They suck the life energy out of people. So raping, we have been raping for so many years now. We look what has happened in Iran. They rape all the young because they want to frighten them. So they take out their life force, so they are afraid. So they will tell, don't do it because they rape you. So we have used this as terror. And also we have used it a lot of the masculine energy to, because we are in lack ourselves, we take the energy from young girls, from children, from women. So this is we are going now to become more feminine. And feminine does not mean that it only want to be women. It means that we need the holder, the sacred space. The feminine is the sacred space. We are born to be the sacred space. So now we need the sacred space. And this is what I do in ceremony. I hold the sacred space so everything can come up. So we go into a DNA detox and recalibration. So DNA detox and recalibration, it is we giving away, giving to Mother Earth, giving to the ocean, giving to the fire. So I have 3 elements when we do the ceremony. We use the fire, we use the ocean or the lake, and we use Mother Earth. So we dig into Mother Earth. So we know, if we listen to our gut feeling and our intuition, we know that, okay, this pattern, this ancestor pattern, and this lack, it wants to go to Mother Earth. This wants to go to the ocean. This wants to be transformed through fire. So we can use all elements to transform our pattern. And we make friends for life also doing this, because we connect on a soul level. So this is what we want. We want to connect on soul level, because this is connecting to our essence, our divinity. So living from our divinity, it is heaven on earth. It is 5-dimensional reality, and it is so beautiful. You see beauty everywhere, and you see the beauty in all, and if they live from lack, you help them. We help our sisters, we help our brothers. We are all in this together. So what we have created is cruelty, but all cruelty has to come up. And now I am guided. Mel Gibson actually made a movie in 2023, The Sound of Freedom, and it is about trafficking, child trafficking. And he has seen this cruelty behind in Hollywood, a lot of what has come up, and he wanted to tell people, but people just talked that Mel Gibson was crazy, but he was actually the truth teller. He was the whistleblower, and he wasn't the crazy one. All the other trafficking children and trafficking arms and trafficking drugs, they were the cruel one, because it has been so much drugs, and to be so cruel you have to use drug, because if you have some connection to your soul, you cannot do all this violence. So drugs has helped us. I put it in another language. Doing drugs, it does so that we disconnect from our soul, we disconnect from our light, and the energy flow in our body stop. So using drugs, even though drugs from doctors, I have worked with people, I work with other therapists, and we see that if we as people use a lot of drugs or medicine, put it like some medicine, not all, fentanyl for example, it is not good for fentanyl is destroying us. I have got fentanyl one time when I was operated in my back, and it was nightmare, it was terror. And this does something with our energy flow. It stops. So the energy flow stops, and when the energy flow stops, we close our heart. So our heart becomes more and more closed, and then we live in lack and in cruelty. So it is because the society programs us with lack. So a lot of people say that when I go to hospital, I feel it's not a good energy. No, it is not good energy in hospital. So we need to make new health system, because going to hospital, but for an injury it can be helpful, but the energy there is not good. So now it's very big, so you hear that I talk about a lot, but it is big, but what we have created isn't sustainable. So we see all the old system that is profit, taking advantage, and lack, profit, one at the top hierarchy. This system is like a domino. It's dissolving. It's kind of, we get rid of it. And now we are making new system. And that's what I have done. Divinity Reset 13 program, the Hero's Journey, the Spiral of Grace, DNA Detox, Recalibration, and Monad Integration. All of these are new system that speaks to your body, to your monad, to your ancestor, to your DNA. So you can go inward to just get rid of it. It's like an initiation. So you say yes to be initiated to your next step divinity, your next step human. So we're going from Homo sapiens to Homo luminous. So this is what I have been shown, and all what I'm guided to say, I just have to do it because I have said I am here in service to humanity. So, and I do it with ease, even though some of it takes a lot of time. But you are welcome to participate in some of my program, mentoring with Ann-Peggy, regression, whatever. And with those four, I wish you the best day, evening, night, 2026, 27, 28. Maybe I see you on the backside. Namaste.